To go live.
We're on.
Whatever. We're on right now.
Whoa. Hey, y'all, it's a good Tuesday. This is a good Tuesday, man. Welcome to this good EME program.
Hey, now.
We got good guests here today. We got a marvelous day and a sad day. Right now, I like to tell my homeboy Charlie Mack, we love you.
We love you, bro. We love you, bro.
He was on the plane, isn't he?
Yeah, man, he gone to Paris today.
Atlanta to Paris.
Yep, headed on to Paris, man. And we really missing him already. I've been crying all day. I'm trying to figure it out.
That's why you get those shades on.
Yep.
Here morning.
Yep. Oh,
man,
as soon as you get there.
Right.
John
Show
already
already
in
in
Paris.
Tickets, we'll pay him back.
Yeah.
Right.
John got it.
Hey,
John fly.
You gonna ship us to Paris?
well, we'll see.
Yeah, let's see.
Hey, we do a
We'll see.
podcast on the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a good show.
Right.
That'd be a great show. That'd
We.
be a great show.
We
Man, we're gonna let the guests introduce themselves today. We're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna let everybody say something about themselves and introduce themselves, and we're gonna get it started to the series.
John Wood from Harding University, originally from Hope, Arkansas, home of the world's largest watermelon. Off to you, Caleb.
Bon. Y'all know me, man, the youngest member of EME, Caleb the King, man.
The fly guy.
Dog, man. Come on, Pat. Y'all know who I am.
Turtle, man, EME. Y'all already know what it is with me.
That's what they do, man. Charlie Wright, man. EME, man.
And I'm Paul Chapman. I'm with an organization called Restore Hope.
Restore Hope, man. Them the founders, man. We like them guys.
Right.
We got good partnership with them.
Paul been one of our mentors and our biggest fan and our biggest push, man. So we always thankful to Paul. John, the same way, man. Put Harding University behind us, man. He helped us dot our I's and cross our T's. He's one of our legal advisors.
Well, so has the environment changed since we've been doing this?
Yes,
You guys seem to be really. Seems
Some
like
good and
it.
bad, isn't there?
Right, it's good and bad and everything. The bad is only just a learning process, little bumps in the road and stuff like that.
But I'm talking about the crime. I mean, crime really seems to be on the way up.
Oh,
Yeah, what's going on out there? Y'all know?
Man, it's just a lot of crime out there. A lot of crime out there.
A lot of folks shooting each other right now.
Yeah, a lot of people. It's been a lot of shooting. A little shooting up at the carnival. That was wild.
Right.
Yeah, got a little youngster in trouble, man. And man, we praying for the life that was lost, man. And also praying for the youngster, man, so he can get his head together.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, we don't know what that brother was going through, but man, it's all right, man. You know what I'm saying? You made a tragedy. You did something tragic, man. But this not the end of it, man. You can come back and do something better with that life you took. You might can save 10. So we just ain't gonna give up on the youngster or nothing like that, man. We gonna send our prayers for him too, man, so the brother can get his mind right, man. So, and that's why we're trying to get these big brother programs, Paul, and these rites of passage programs, man. So we can prevent it instead of just, you know what I'm saying, we are worried about people that have already been there. We're gonna handle that too, but man, we gotta get to these youngsters even before it gets to that point so they can make better decisions. You know, they ain't gotta always pick up no gun on every situation, or you don't shoot people out in public like that in front of children and stuff, because everybody that left them children
Traumatized.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna get it together, man. We getting these programs together. What's her name? Miss Dana. Shout out to Miss Dana.
Dawson with City of Little Rock.
Yeah.
Any programs?
Shout out
Yeah,
to
so
her.
y'all had a big day. I mean, it's been a
Right.
good day for the City of Little Rock and for Pulaski County today, because the 100 Families program launched here.
That
Right.
way.
And
Shout out to Lazana.
Whoop,
Let's get it in. Lazana. Miss Granny,
And-
Sarah.
and y'all were there, and so you sold a bunch of T-shirts
T-shirts,
there.
right.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we had the trucking school started a couple weeks ago, and y'all been instrumental in getting those flyers out and get people into the process.
Right.
They've got their first class already full. My understanding is, as of the day, second class already full, and first class, I mean,
Let's
started
go.
last week.
Let's get these truckers on the road,
How do you
baby.
sign up for them?
If you want to sign up for the trucking class, just message us on the Restore Hope page or on the EME page, and we can get you to Tri-State Trucking.
Right.
Okay.
There's a school that's teaching here,
Where's it located?
and it's over by the jail on Roosevelt. And the tuition is $5,500
Mm-hmm.
to get your CDL. That'll cover you. And my understanding is that'll cover you for Class A, Class B.
Right.
Is there any
CDL.
scholarships or grants or anything like
There
that?
are for folks that qualify. WJ and his staff over at the Workforce Center on University are working directly with the 100 Families program, and there's scholarships for many of these students, $4,500.
Oh, wow.
And then there's some other things that Miss Rennie and Miss Lashana are working on to try to help folks that cover the rest of it. So you're going to have to come up with $1,000, or if you can get some of these other scholarships, you might only have to come up with a couple hundred.
Right.
But
Wow, that's a
the
deal.
trucking school is
What
working
about-
with everyone.
Right.
What about jobs when they get out?
So I will tell you, everybody's employed. In Western Arkansas, we partner with this trucking school. And last year they graduated, even in the midst of the pandemic, they graduated 100 people. 100% of them have jobs in the field.
So the return on the investment of $1,000 is.
So right now
you're
you're going
getting
to
paid
make,
back.
depending on the job that you get, right out of trucking school, you can count on making somewhere between $35,000, $45,000. I'll tell you, if you go to JB Hunt, ABF, any of the big Arkansas companies right now, you'll find out that trucking is in such demand, truck drivers in such demand that they usually would require at least 2 years worth of experience.
Right.
And now some of these firms are down to 3 months.
Oh,
or
what
6
is there an
months.
age limit on it?
You got to be 25 or older, and that's insurance. I mean,
Mhm.
same thing. Anyone with kids trying to pay insurance for.
Do you have what is it, Tri-State? Do they have relationships with
They
JB
do.
Hunt and all those? Okay,
They've got relationships with lots of these firms,
good.
and
good.
City of Little Rock's hiring CDL drivers right now. Everyone's hiring CDL.
Everybody
drivers
hiring
right now.
CDL
What do you
drivers.
think?
CD is
50,000
looking for.
50,000 CDL drivers in Arkansas right now.
What?
Right now, 50,000. That's what we're short. That's why
It-
if
just
you
in
go out to some of
Arkansas?
these firms, we looked at one yesterday, 6 months driving experience. They'll pay you $5,000 bonus, signing bonus, and
Your school's paid for.
You're expected to make about $52,000 your first year. And the downside to that is you're going to be gone a month. They'll put you on the road and you can come back.
Right.
But if you don't mind doing over the road and going point to point, as they tell you, $5,000 signing bonus, 52 grand a year. For a lot of our clients, that's like hitting the lotto.
Right.
Well, that's in the lotto for a lot of people.
Right. And we
Good
really
money.
want this system, like, especially for a lot of the brothers getting out of prison.
Right.
You know, it's
Yeah,
a good
bless
thing to go and put in your resume, because it's so hard to find a job, and trucking is like felony friendly.
It is
Oh, wow.
friendly.
Right. So
So you got to work, you got to work with your PO
Right.
because of traveling outside the county, but there are a lot of trucking jobs where you don't have to.
Right.
Right.
And so you can stay. They typically pay less because you get to be home every night.
Right. Right.
mhm.
But get that experience and it's good money.
Yeah.
And you're not sitting around
We're doing that.
It's a job.
doing nothing.
Right.
Having an idle
You
mind.
bringing in some income, some income.
Oh, you could actually work towards an owner operator at some point with that kind of income.
Absolutely. Right now,
You build equity,
there are a lot
that's
of
gonna
people
be-
that are buying their own equipment, and if they didn't want to work for a firm, but I'm telling you, these firms, there are a lot of them, and their demand for drivers is so great that, especially the Arkansas firms that I know of, they're treating their folks right because they're trying to retain them.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, we also
Good
got
for
a
you.
HVAC program. What's up with that?
HVAC. So we're trying to find, we got a grant through the Office of Skills Development for HVAC, and it just came just a little late where I was afraid that we missed our window, because right now's the time to get hired in the HVAC industry because it's getting hot in Arkansas
Right.
and everybody's air goes out.
Yeah.
And so, if you got some HVAC skill and you ain't working in the summer in Arkansas, brother, you need
Yeah.
to go find
Right.
another
You
profession.
done messed up
Right.
somewhere.
So hey, you
Right.
made everybody mad.
Right.
So we're trying to work that out. I think, in fact, I had a conversation today on that with a school that's a partner of ours on maybe doing that kind of partnership.
Right. And we also got the construction program.
Got construction program that we're trying to work out, and we got a welding school in Searcy.
Right.
And we're trying to figure out, how to bring that here. And so we're really focused in 2021, Restore Hope's trying to partner, and put this 100 the alliances that come together to help 100 families move from crisis to career. In 2021, we're really focused on this career side.
Right.
Wow, you're focusing on jobs here, and you started in Sebastian County, Fort Smith,
Yeah.
and then you got in Searcy, and now tell me about Little Rock, guys. So what's going on in Little Rock with 100 families? Aren't you guys involved?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we
tell
partner-
me about it, sir. Tell me about it,
I don't
Rob.
know, 100 families, they partner with EME.
Right.
So they just been there. You go.
Yeah,
It's a
they
nice,
partner with EME.
nice partnership between
Yep.
the two brands there. Here,
Right.
but is this the third location, Paul?
Fourth.
Fourth.
So
Where's
we're
the
in
other?
Crawford County also.
Okay, Crawford.
Which is, Alma and Van Buren and over into Mulberry.
West Arkansas, Searcy, and now in Little Rock, and these guys are
Right.
you're partnering with EME.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah,
We go in the neighborhoods, like we be in all these neighborhoods, passing out flyers at the mall, making connections, making resources. That's what EME do. We bring the resources and the communities to touch hands.
Right.
We the bridge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you two guys are working on in 100 families.
yeah.
All three of you.
Yeah.
So leave me out. You don't see me right here beside you. I'm all right.
I thought you were busy with your other work.
No, man. I'm here now. I quit that job for this.
Right.
I did something I love. I can't be nowhere I wanna be.
Talking to
that's
the
actually a good point. Tell me about that, because it's actually, this is something I talk about in some of my classes, is actually working for something you believe in,
Right.
something that has meaning to you.
Right.
So tell me about it then.
Right, yeah, this have a lot of meaning to me because I'm a licensed minister, so I love people. I'm a God's child, so I know that we created to love. So doing this all this is for me: peace, love, trying to bring unity in my neighborhood. So this ain't a job to me. This is what I love doing. So
It's a
this
calling.
motivate me. Yes, a calling. So it motivated me to do this type of stuff. So yeah, I was working another job, but like I said, I had to let that go for what I love.
Yeah, it's really interesting that you guys have 100 families here in Little Rock. What neighborhoods are you in?
South End.
All right,
We in the South End of the community. That's where we starting our project at. Where we starting everything at, so we can see how everything flow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everything goes. It's going pretty good, man. Our crime rate over there is doing excellent, man. I'm proud of my neighborhood.
Yeah, I
real
haven't read
stuff.
of any crime. I haven't read any crime in the
Man,
South End.
Because they got EME running around
because
the
you guys
street.
are controlling the strip. That's great.
We gather together in the park on weekends. We have get-togethers. Nobody fight.
Yeah, we calling
Hey.
each
We're
other.
doing what we need to do.
Making communications. We old situations we trying to heal from. You know what I'm saying? We talking more. We communicating more.
Right.
We acting more as a family, as a unit.
Right.
As a
Right,
tribe.
people coming
And
together.
we thankful to the homies, man, because they really believe in the message, man.
Yeah.
They backing us, man. And these brothers that's about their life, man, and they willing to help us, man. So shout out to the South Side.
Yeah,
Right.
I will say that.
Oh, yeah.
Compliments to the South Side, because I read the paper every day and I don't see anything.
Whoa,
Right. That's a blessing.
Guys, the EME on them streets. We
That
special.
always asks you,
Charlie
you know
Mack
these
always
people.
tell y'all that we're experts
Right.
Right.
in this field.
Right.
You know what
Well,
I'm
I mean,
saying? That's
you
what we
can't do
is.
it without the cooperation of the people.
Right.
Right. And they see us, they see what we're doing, like they really do see it. They know all of us,
Right.
like they know us, and they see that we really trying, like we trying to make a change in our community. So they respect it. They had no
Yeah.
choice.
But you can't be a good leader without. I mean, you can't have the neighborhood be good unless you guys are
It'll
good.
be
Right.
good, right? We got to be
So
the
it starts
example.
with you.
Right.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
where it always begins with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when he quit his job, like I quit. Man, I quit so many jobs to be at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I never gave up on this future. I always knew we was going to eventually get to this point, be somebody, and help. You know what I'm saying? That always been the focus and the main point.
You know, Turtle, I've been watching this since 1992, probably.
Yeah.
I'm ready for you guys to do this.
Right.
Right.
And
The crime.
So, yeah,
crime
I
of
mean,
the rock.
I got to tell you is that I can remember when I got out of law school there. I remember stuff you guys. I just remember when you guys were just kids,
Yeah.
and I've been looking ever since then
right.
for you guys to do what you're doing today.
Right.
Well, we writing up the biggest program the state ever had on this peace treaty program. We can't everybody eat program, man. It's gonna be so big. That's why we getting more and more allies. We touching more and more hands. More and more elites getting involved. You know what I'm saying? Even more and more in the streets.
good for
we
Little
almost
Rock.
there.
Right.
It's almost complete. We almost there. Everybody listening to each other, asking questions, seeing where each other at, asking. They like to know what we do with this amount of money. You know what we do with our money.
Right.
If they donate, what would we do with it? Where would it be going? You know, we explain to them like everything we do go to our neighborhood.
Right.
And whatever money we get now, we building businesses on top of business.
So these T-shirts, what does some go back to the neighborhood?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever we do in the
So where do
we
they
gonna
get
pay
these
for it.
T-shirts?
We feed neighborhood.
They can get them from us.
We send money to people that's in prison.
I know
We
you're
got-
feeding people too.
Right. We doing all that. And doing this, man, it's a lot of hard work. It's not easy. Your phone rings, mothers call, wanting you to help out with their child because their child in trouble. Other gang members call because they really don't want to be in no shootout or stuff like this. So man, they call and ask, can we come in and kind of like navigate the problem, man? And
Right.
it'd be a lot of hard work because a lot of this stuff is not our business, and we
Right.
can get in trouble getting into other people's business. But we appreciate them for even calling on us and giving us a
even
chance to
believing
talk
in
about
Acknowledging
Right.
us to do that.
Right.
Mhm.
So
I had
to have that type of
lady call
respect.
me. We was at Starbucks the other day. I want you to talk to my son. She's like, meet me at Starbucks. So I was like, man, I ran up there to Starbucks. And son had a little problem and stuff. We took care of it though. He just needed a mentor, a father figure, somebody that just believe in
But a
him like
lot
our
of them
whole
need.
street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They want to see to our streets, man. This is the best thing ever to see where we came from, man, and really how we changed.
Go ahead, Paul. You've been
Yeah,
trying to
so-
interject something.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, because I think strategy all the time on community development. So, and every community is different. You got different people, you got different assets, you got different problems, and therefore, some of the solutions in a broad stroke would be the same, but specifically,
Right.
how do you actually? Because there are many different neighborhoods here in Central Arkansas, right, represented by different leaders in those communities. And some of these communities they just eat up with violence.
Right.
The young ones growing up there,
Yeah,
don't have
them
a
youngsters.
shot.
But
Probably-
I noticed that our hood was violent too, though. Before the big homies started hanging out. Yeah, a lot of these neighborhoods, just young people hanging out because the older and the big homies, they got
Locked up.
lives, they got families, which young people ain't kind of believing in right now. They do their thing for being young, but when you get a certain age, you know what I'm saying? We know we got families, so we got time. We got to go home with the wife. We got to make the business. So a lot of people don't have time, and this is what I love about Restore Hope. They actually giving us, hired us on a job and letting us get out in this field and be out there with our people and sit around, and you get to see an adult with a level head or somebody who can think, then all that violence stop. You know what I'm saying? Because we look over there and tell our home, man, you crazy. You ain't finna do none of that over here. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is, So we gonna stop it.
But to Paul's point, though, I was watching the news last night and they said that we're ahead of last year, right? And so how do we get to the other neighborhoods?
Man, look, it'd be a lot of late nights, man. I go into the club and holler at the other big homies from the other spots, man. We working behind the scene, man. We going, me, Turk, Taylor, man, we going to the trenches. Like,
we already connected to a lot of people.
What is it, building relationships?
Yes,
and we know a lot of people in a lot of these neighborhoods.
Before this even started, we already connected to a lot of people. So it's nothing to go to Monroe, the East End, and talk to somebody because we real respect it too. We got haters. Everybody do. Even y'all got haters, and you don't know. People gonna hate you, but at the end of the day, we got a lot of respect
too.
We got a lot of respect. We just go turtle and who?
Mac.
So I
love you, Mac.
What about across the bridge in North Little Rock? Y'all got connections over there?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids from North Little Rock.
Right.
All in Dixie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dixie, man. One love, man. We forever love y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
So we connected. Like it ain't like we ain't no popular guys. Like everything at this table is a blessing. It's meant to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it come in place because everybody got different talents, but the way it was put together, because I knew he do this certain thing great. He do this certain thing great. Mac do this certain thing great. I do this certain thing great. So we able to gain people and gain access. That's what give us strong. We actually good at what we do.
And God is good, man, because God put everybody in these positions for us to even have this.
Right.
So, man, we're going to
at the right time.
Right at the right time. So, man, God don't make no mistakes. And we're going to ride off his blessings, off his love. And, man, we're going to get the same love and blessings out. So that's how we riding, man. We EME, Restore Hope, we putting God first.
Right. GOE.
And,
Got
and
over
we gonna
everything.
get out there and ride on that love.
So the thing that intrigued me months ago, this is 2020 as we were kind of talking. And then I saw the opportunity here, which was, to do what y'all were telling me, which was, y'all know how to prevent crime,
Right.
and help folks find your intervention strategies are going to be better. So if John and I just packed up and went over to Crump Park right now without y'all,
You can right now.
Yeah, you
they know
can
you
now.
are.
Our neighborhood know you.
They know who you are.
Because Randy was in our
strategy.
neighborhood 2 hours before we were.
Right. And they know who he is.
And, we left him there.
Right.
Pick it up, he getting his stuff, and we left him, was gone, and he was still there.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
But
So you're setting the tone for the. I mean,
the point,
blueprint.
The point is
they have to do it. We can't.
How do you resource community leaders to make their community better? That is
It's the
what we're
discipleship.
figuring out.
And that's what we're looking for right
How to
now.
touch it. You gotta
Different
touch hands.
resources,
But
Right.
see, it's the discipleship down from them too, right? And then that's my next question: is that how does EME? Does EME go to the other neighborhoods and everything becomes?
yes,
Because we are a product of our environment,
Right.
right? We're impacted by our environments.
yes.
Does EME go to the other neighborhoods, or do they? How's it going to
Go
go
to
from
them.
here?
I got a friend, he just left from up here. The homie,
Right.
Communication.
He was from Barrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
BJ was from Barrow.
Yeah. So
Really?
Yeah.
We had the other homie come on the last show, 7'5". He was Crip. He was from
Right.
another hood.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we
Like I say, we connected to a lot of people.
connected to a lot
And
of
communication the
people, a
key.
lot of things.
Just communicate.
But we just
Like you said, you've been watching us since
Yeah,
92.
shout
We've
out
been
to
doing this.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, listen. From what we're talking about tonight to where we started with, this is amazing to see what's happening here, especially for the. I mean, and I'll give a shout out to Paul here for making it happen too.
Man,
But you guys stepped up.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all are taking care, and problem's not in your neighborhood.
We wanted to start with we want our neighborhood
Yeah,
to
but we
be
got-
like the first example.
Right.
You know
The
what I'm saying?
blueprint.
The
But
blueprint.
man, we
you
got
know?
to get to these other neighborhoods. I can't watch these kids.
And we're not done. We just started.
Man,
It's
we
just started. This is on the beginning.
It-
And we started with education, school.
That's right.
You know what I'm
We've got to get their resources all out there. So Restore Hope exists only because of something called diffusion,
Right.
which is, I think, the thing that plagues government now. The people on the left and the people on the right that are screaming or saying the government doesn't work for them, and they're right.
Mm-hmm.
And they're right not because there aren't good people in the government or the government doesn't have good programs. It's just there are so many of them and they're disconnected. It's called diffusion, right? And so so you can even find a good mom that's out there whose child is having trouble and they're real high capacity. They've got no other issues other than their loved ones in trouble, and they're trying to navigate the system. They'll all tell you, I've been at it for a week and I'm about to pull my hair out.
Right.
I don't know how they qualify for a program. I don't know where they are. And so searching for all of it out there, especially if you're in the middle, if you're in crisis and you're cratered, you're even least capable than that high capacity mom trying to help her son or daughter out.
So where do they go, Paul? 100 families, people in
That's what 100
crisis.
Families does. Is
Amen.
It networks. It provides an infrastructure for coordinated care.
Right.
And so that anywhere along this alliance, we call it an alliance, it's a partnership or a coalition in the community. And there's a software system that allows this communication to happen at a much more effective rate and to track outcomes and progress so that you could see where problems exist or where we're doing really well or where we need to start to focus. And so there are lots of great programs out there run by nonprofits. They're run by governmental organizations. They're just good people that are out there. And then there are businesses needing like 50,000 truck drivers yesterday, y'all.
Yeah.
There's
And they're
jobs out there.
paying and they're paying more than the median income in the state of Arkansas right
way
now.
over the median income.
So then strategy wise, you got to think, so how do I get someone right that had a ticket 2 years ago and they didn't show up because they didn't have money to pay the ticket, and now it's turned into a much bigger problem. They get a warrant out for their arrest because they didn't show up, failure to appear, but it's just a misdemeanor deal.
Right.
And then they get caught again driving because they got to take kids to school and they got to go to Walmart, buy groceries and do all those things. They got popped again. Right. So now it starts to snowball. This is a very common occurrence.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean,
how do you actually
what
help
just happened?
that person become a truck driver?
Right.
So And worse, right? So maybe you did do something violent. You did a couple years in your own back. You got $100 gate check, right? And you got the driver's license issue, and you were locked up.
But if you got all them problems and you call EME, we can pretty much help you fix them.
That's it. We've got to be able to partner. You might need some counseling. You might need some housing help there, and all these things exist. The problem is diffusion. It just doesn't exist in any logical way that the person that needs the help can actually access it.
Right.
And so this network allows them to access that in a way that's much more effective. And what we were finding pre-pandemic in Fort Smith is in this partnership, it was 3 months to someone stabilizing, which is faster than anything I'd ever seen before.
Wow.
And so now with the stimulus money and some of the other pandemic stuff, we're trying to get a good baseline again, but we're having big impacts in these other communities like Crawford County. Shout out to them. They've had for the past 3 months in a row, they've had a 42% impact on full-time employment for their clients. 75% of them when they come into the Alliance for Care, 75% had no job at all.
Right.
And they're having 42% impact. They're going full-time work. And that's just massive.
It changes families.
Like that too.
Right. And that's what we bring to the streets. EME, we got our people where they well connected to 100 families. They well connected to Restore Hope. They can go to college and get a degree with Hardy or Arkansas Baptist. Man, that's they got real options.
You're empowering people.
In the
environment's changing, and you're empowering people. When you empower people, you put people to work. You give them meaning, and you show them that you care. Then all of a sudden, you change your neighborhoods. Now we got to get to the other kids before they.
We turned ourselves to resources.
Right.
These
kids
dignity too.
Yeah.
You got your own money.
Right.
Oh, yeah, completely.
We putting this out there in the work. Everybody going to work in the morning. Or that night.
Getting jobs.
Right. We putting
it feel good to help somebody get a job. And it also feels good when people just put up and be like, man, I appreciate you helping me get this job, or just to help people, the thanks that you get. You know what I'm saying? That stuff you can't, buy. You know what I mean? All that's counted for with the unseen. So we trying to get our ticket to heaven. So we still got to do what we got to do.
Well, I'm taking grace to get to heaven. I'm not any good.
Right.
We trying to get
a lot of grace,
man. I'm with Rock on that one.
Right. I'm with
So how do we get these? I mean, I'm still worried about these other kids. I mean, we got to get these kids when they're young because they're having problems. They're solving their problems with guns.
They help EME get into the schools, like
I'm with
younger
you.
schools,
I like
Cloverdale.
What Rock was saying about these mentorship programs, these educational programs.
You build them. You build these mentorship programs. You take when we make the motivational speaking, and then you get us. We book our little things. We go in there. We
and
talk
so
to the
EMEs becomes like Restore Hope. They know in these neighborhoods, hey, go to EME. If you want to, they will help you out.
I think a resource center is the thing that we've been talking about a little bit. Is and so like in Crawford County, there's a wonderful resource center Judge Baker started putting together with Dr. Debbie Falbus there, and now we've got an office there and counseling. Miss Diane, her counseling shop. They've got, and so you bring these resources in where people can access them, and it's important that the resources that you have there allow someone to get stable. Mm-hmm. And then you can also, you've got that connection. That's why these alliances are so important. You've got that connection on to the job, to the trucking school, to the welding, so you can get out, so you can go make some money.
Right.
One of the guys we got the job for down there at what's that? Holland. What kind of work you and Charlie Mack used to do? Y'all had them truck.
Scrap metal.
The scrap metal. Yeah. The guy been to work every day.
Yeah.
He been on time. He's always there. If ain't nobody there, he
wants to work. Right. It gives him dignity.
And he called. He's like, man, thanks for the work. And he gave him a raise. He got his raise going already. He ain't been there in 2 months. Right. You know what I'm saying? And he like, man, I appreciate this work and you give him. So we also sending good people to work, you know what I'm saying, with good organizations, you know what I'm saying, good screen people that we know need help out here, and they getting on there doing great jobs. You know, they not messing up our names or none of that. They doing great jobs on these jobs that we sending them to, and it just works itself out.
Sometimes you just need that chance, just need that door open up.
Letter of recommendation from EME. So how do they find? How do the people find EME?
And Facebook. We all Facebook right now. We getting our Instagrams going in a minute. We ain't got them yet. We still learning because we was some mans.
right.
We ain't know nothing about no Instagrams and stuff. We was big mans out here.
That's why we got our
Trying to figure
Harding
this out.
students here. Give a shout out to the
Shout
guys
out
that
to
are
the
always
Harding.
so Chad and Amir and Jacob. Yeah,
Right.
they're faithful every
Right.
week.
Every
Yeah, they
week.
Every week, man. We got to thank you for
they
them
already
brothers,
know
man.
we
Them
love
out
them to
there,
death.
They're supporting you.
Yeah.
man, very much
We
support.
support them
So
too.
they can help you with some Instagram.
Yeah. So
Hey,
yeah.
Also, we're gonna have an EME. What's the name of those website where you can go and order your shirts and stuff like that?
Yeah, I
Right-
like these shirts.
Right now, you can go to our website page and order them, but we'll be more set up probably in a couple of weeks.
So you've got these in multiple sizes right now.
Right,
Correct.
You sold a bunch today at that launch.
What do
event.
they cost?
$25.
$25.
Right.
Nice
We sold
shirt.
a lot of them today.
Right, we have.
And
I got
Y'all
a
go
bank,
high
I got a
quality
bankroll in the
always.
pocket right
So
now
we-
for to go in the
Hey,
EME
we-
Heavy
account.
cotton, heavy
we
cotton.
got an intellectual property
Yeah, this is
attorney
actually their.
at the table.
Yeah, I mean, this is their trademark, right? So
Right.
what they're doing is that they're building up equity in this brand because all the work they're doing, people are going to recognize it and say, "Wow, that's EME,"
Right.
right? So they're going to know trademarks are source identifiers. They know the source of where this came from,
Right.
and they know, hey, that's EME. That's the guys I see on there. That's what they're doing. They're helping people. So people are going to start associating
Right.
this with you
Put that
guys.
logo in
That's
their
what that
face.
Yeah,
TM.
of course.
That's what that TM mean.
Yes, sir. Trademark.
Okay.
So
Who did this?
John, what's the difference between a copyright and a trademark?
But copyright just keeps somebody from copying something. Trademarks are source identifiers. So that's your brand. That's the brands like a Walmart or Stevens or something like that. But a copyright is something that you've written. And so it keeps people from copying something. But
So what about the one with the R in the circle?
Well, R just means you filed it with the Patent and Trademark Office. But even if you put TM on here, you're building up equity in here in the brand. It's just common law rights.
Mhm.
If you put an R, it means you've registered it with the Patent Office, so you have federal rights, and that would be in all 50 states.
So that's our next step.
That's
to
the
get
next
R.
step. That's the next step. And
What's
you guys
that
keep building
process, John?
equity. You file what you do is you file a trademark. You file this brand, so you'd file EME, and you'd file this this
in the
logo.
image.
Hey, John, hold up. We can't give them all the game because they got to come get this
Okay,
consult.
okay,
Y'all got to
all right.
come see us.
All right,
You our best kept.
but you know what? But you know what's interesting about this is that there may be people that are out there that are starting their own businesses,
A lot of them.
right? So what you guys are doing is you're empowering people to not only get jobs as truck drivers and everything like that,
Start their own brand
start their own business
and get
You
it
guys-
registered.
But look at what you guys
legitly.
have done in 6 months, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, all of a sudden, this means something.
And we got a fire hoodie.
Hey, we was just talking
Yeah,
about this the other
sponsored by
day too,
Champion.
John. Like we was like, man, we accomplished a lot in these couple
8
months,
months.
man. We done covered a lot of ground, man. It's a lot more to come. So God is good.
A lot of positive things.
Right.
So what the trademark will do is it'll keep other people from doing this same thing, and they'll say, because you don't want someone to take this and do bad things or do things that are going to harm your name.
Right.
And so you want to build up, and they're going to say every time they see that, they go, EME, of course, I know what they're doing.
Right.
They're helping people.
Right.
They're empowering people.
Right.
They're for us. So people are going to start associating that with you guys. Now, I know that there may be some people out there that are interested in doing some trademarks and everything. So what I'll do is I'll put together a YouTube or something like that
Mhm.
that you can put on your page, and it'll just be basics. So how you go, where you go file, and that type of thing.
They come to EME. We got a
Come to
construction
EME.
company.
You know, actually, you could come to EME for
Consulting
services
company.
where you could come in and you could say you're consulting
Right. We
services.
are consultants.
I mean, we
That's what
all
do.
know
That's what
how
we
to
do.
we all know how to help people like that, right?
Right.
Right.
So we can all add our skills to this, and so yeah, come to EME. I'm with Paul. I'm all over.
That's what
resource
the streets do. They come to us for everything.
Well, it's actually very interesting. I mean, I have this philosophy that, I mean, I was talking to Rock last time I was here, and I said, he was talking about, man, I'm mediating. Well, he was saying that people were calling him, and I said, man, that's what lawyers call mediation.
Yeah.
I said, lawyers call that. So you're getting these people together, and that's typical mediation
Right.
on what you're talking about. We ought to put together some courses like that. People want to come to the resource center. As soon as we get the resource center, we can teach them intellectual property basics. You can teach them things that, the mediation.
Right.
I mean,
Standard forms of value. There are
Right.
12 standard forms of value.
Right.
Conflict resolution.
And they're giving
Don't
people something to do
Yeah.
instead of just at home
Hey,
doing violent
you know
things.
what? These people don't want to do that. People want to, it's like you said, people thank you when they get you a job. That's what people want. People don't want to be in trouble. People don't want to be out there running from the law like this young man's doing that we were talking about. Nobody wants to be in that situation.
I know this business kept us from being locked up, being dead or in jail or anything like that. Like, we really think it, man. We was really out here in the street. We was like part of the problem. Like in the beginning, like we said, we was literally part of the problem. You know?
I can't even see that.
I know, because we changed our way of thinking. Restore hope got into our mind. They start changing our mind state. So once they start clicking into our mind state, we start changing and we start developing.
So we need to take you on the road as motivational speaker, man. That's good stuff. Do you hear that?
Man, these brothers can talk, man. I'm talking about, and they're good at what they're doing. They know what they're talking about.
We experts in this field.
I think it's more than just these guys. I think you're right there with them.
Right. So if anybody needs,
you are. I mean,
anybody to come talk to youngsters, man, get in contact with Caleb, Turk, man, these boys, they're good at what they do.
Man, it sounds like we're just getting started.
Right.
Boy, the education we hear, man, come on with us.
Right.
Hey, I'm telling you that's a good point. We need to start bringing in. I know you were talking about bringing in people. I was talking to Mr. Brooks when he was here about people he knows.
All this stuff are different challenges for us, man. You know, we just opening it up to people that we rejected. Like we rejected the system, all the people, all the resources. We used to reject that stuff because we didn't think they was for us. And now that we see that they not trying to turn us and nothing, they loving on us as people and treating us like normal people and doing what we do. We able to open up with them and we able to shake hands, man. So it's real big on what's going on in our life when it comes to Restore Hope and EME and the work that we doing out here on the street. So. Yeah.
Man, you're doing you guys keep it up. It's like Rock says, all glory to God on this one.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah. Amen.
And for Little Rock, I mean, I've grown up here. I've raised kids here, but it's become cliche to
it's hard.
Dr. Martin Luther King, but
it's hard.
He said we either got to learn to live together as brothers or we're going to perish together as fools. Yeah. And I've thought that, around Little Rock, not that that people haven't tried. Because there is a science to it. You cannot change.
Well, I think a lot of good people have tried.
Complex, absolutely. Yeah. Right. And they're out there. The complexity, though, of the problems requires coordinated action.
Right.
And that's why 100 families exist. That's why communities are pooling together to start these collaboratives called 100 Families, which is the community owns it.
Right.
The community all signed today, Pulaski County, many of these service providers all got together and signed a declaration of participation to help 100 families at a time in Pulaski move from crisis to career.
Right.
And then we're going to have a big party when we get to 100 and we're going to reload and we're going to help the next 100.
Going back in.
But the coordination is the thing that's missing in our community.
It's really interesting you say that because it's not immediately obvious. But what's interesting about it is that if you want to be as part of the solution, come join us.
Right.
Exactly. That's right. Do what you do and do it well, but you'll do it more effectively if you do it together. Yeah. There's a proverb that we've often found. The old African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. Right. If you want to go far, you got to go together. And that's what 100 Families is it's a way of going far. And so there's lots of people, lots of good people with very good intentions.
Yeah.
And they do this part of it and they do it better than anyone else in the world at their location. The problem is that the problems are too complex. It doesn't need just that. It needs like 4 other things too.
Yeah, but it's 1 Corinthians 12, all the parts of the body we are all needed. Right. So, and the thing is, we come together. It's not about us. It's not about us. Right. So it's about them.
Right.
Right. We're here to serve. We're here to serve.
We're here to serve, man. And we just want to be smart about it. And we know we finna have a real mean summer, man, because we finna have to go in, man. We finna
go get our first neighborhood.
Right.
Outside of our hood.
Right. So it's time. We finna knock down this violence, man. We're gonna need everybody. We're gonna need everybody.
Just the other day, I had this little family pull up. They like, man, it's crazy down here. We finna move. I'm finna leave Little Rock. I'm tired of Little Rock. I gotta get up out of here. man, I begged them people to stay. I was like, nah, man, we're gonna do this, man. We're gonna get better. We're gonna get better like this. We got these programs coming, you know. So that crime is making our people leave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we need more people to help, you know, to help so we can get our pigs to stay, man, grow us a healthy state. You know what I'm saying? Get our state number one.
But you know, you guys bring so much knowledge on how to solve the problem.
Yes, we do, because we were one part of that. Caleb, Turk, me, we were one part of that problem, man. So we just want to get back, man, where we was wrong at, man. We're gonna make it right.
Man, until our state, we sorry.
Right. We apologize.
Man, we sorry. Man.
We don't have to. We're good. We're good. But it's. I tell you what, I love the energy tonight.
Yeah. And we all do. You know. And this is about it though. Wrapping it up.
Young Caleb. Hey, shout out Charlie Megley, son. Oh yeah, man. Miss y'all, man.
Charlie Mack's on the plane. He'll see this in about 8 hours.
Oh man, I miss him already. Man.
He's gonna start over in Paris. He's gonna start it.
I'm about to cry.
Jimmy, who? Caleb.
I can't think of it. The Jimmy. What was his name today?
Jimmy McGill.
Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy
Yeah,
McGill. Good guy.
We're gonna
Looking forward to working with him.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, we looking forward to work with everybody we met today.
Right.
That's right.
Man, it was beautiful.
forward together.
On meeting people.
Go forward together. We'll preach. What you think? You closing us out?
Yeah. What do you got?
It was a good night. It was a good night. See y'all next Tuesday.
Whoa, whoa. This is what we do.
Randy up there. Randy's twerking.